What's up, people? Today we're going to talk about social media ranking. Now you're probably thinking, what is this guy talking about, ranking on social media? But actually, when we look in today's day and age and we look at young people specifically, and then getting more precise, 16 to 32 year olds, there's a trend going on nowadays. There's a trend going on to how we portray ourselves on social media. The way a lot of people portray themselves on social media is essentially very, very different to the way you portray yourself in real life. And we have to start to ask the question, why? I believe that a lot of people want to rank themselves based on their social media presence. If you're going to upload this selfie, if you're going to Facebook Live being on the streets of Rio de Janeiro, having a good time eating your roasted pineapple with rice out of it, do you know what I mean? Crazy stuff like that. If you're going to do that, you want to show people and you want to put it on social media out there for people to see, oh, that's unusual, that's a bit unorthodox, that's a bit extraordinary. You want to show people that life that you're essentially living. Now, where we get the ranking from is that a lot of people go, I wouldn't say go to the extreme, because it's a commodity now. It's very, very common that a lot of people will only portray certain parts of their lives on social media. That does have that wow factor, that does have that kind of, oh my God, like her life is so amazing. Well, I'm just here chilling. Do you know what I mean? But also at the same time, it gives a kind of negative effect to people watching your social media activity, looking at, oh, that person's life is so great. How comes my life isn't like that? It goes hand in hand with allowing people to feel down about themselves while it brings you up. Now, we'll look at certain factors, as in, why do people only show that part of their lives when actually, I know for a fact, I was able to visit a lot of different countries, and I myself, I would only upload photos of me doing fun stuff, right? Because essentially that's what people want to see, that's what people's going to get the likes. But actually, nobody actually shows the grind, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a grind that, you go to work every day, you earn your money to then actually go do this fun stuff. Nobody shows that. Why? Because it's boring. It's behind the scenes. That nobody cares about that stuff. So we've kind of built up a sense in this day and age that with what we post on social media, the way we act on social media, the way we interpret and talk to other people on social media is going to boost your ranking. Right? So that when you do come into those kind of face-to-face, intimate, human-to-human interaction with people, people are going to talk, oh, I saw, weren't you just in Singapore? You know what I mean? And it's going to boost your emotions up and make you feel better. But also at the side of, let's look at the reverse side. I recently read a report. I forgot who actually did the report, but I read a report that Instagram, the most famous photo sharing social media platform out there right now, Instagram, is number one for making people feel depressed about themselves, down, lonely, upset, sad, and so on. But why? Why though? Again, the most famous photo sharing app, or whatever you want to call it, social media platform, people only upload what they're doing that's fun. People will show off their bodies, do selfies, I climbed this mountain today. And certain people will do it a lot more often than others, and to kind of give an illusion that their life is so great, making their peers feel down about themselves. Now, of course, a lot of people think, yeah, but that's not why they're doing it. They're doing it just to show themselves off. But actually, I truly believe there's a sense that you want to flaunt, you want to show your riches, and at the back of your mind, I do believe that people are aware of the negative effects it's having on the rest of their social circle. And I think that's almost natural to humans. A lot of people that's not natural. People don't naturally want to make other people feel bad about themselves. I think they do. I feel like it boosting your social media ranking come hands in hand with lowering other people's social media ranking and lowering their self-esteem. Now, I'm not saying, we need to jump on a campaign to make social media platforms aware of what's happening. I couldn't care less about that. Look, that's what social media is created for. This is the direction we're going in. And I, for one, think, this is just part of a bigger kind of technology boom that we're going through, which is a positive thing. Obviously, you're going to have side effects or negative effects, if you even want to call that one. But I just want to say that we're living in a day and age where we rank ourselves on how we perform or how we interact on social media. And through things like Instagram, where you can show off and whatever, we are boosting our self-esteem and putting ourselves out there in a way that we couldn't do before. So that's all I will have to say on this on this subject. You know, before I go, I just actually want to say one more thing too, that we also need to think about what social media does for the people that do this, that do actively show their life. And when you don't get the interaction that you think you're going to get, and it could be something as simple as you post a photo on Instagram and it gets 10 less likes than what you thought it would get. That does something to people, especially young people. And we got to think about, is it worth it? Just a question. I'm Nat Black Heaven, Black Easy, Why So Social, coming soon. Peace out to you. Take it easy.